Also in the news, there was a mass shooting on Memorial Day. All blacks involved. You didn't hear about it because the media doesn't like this narrative. Local news, I guess, cares, and they get some black dude, remarkably inarticulate, who talks about...
Tonight, an ABC 15 News exclusive.
11
we are
shot.
hearing for the first time from one of the victims of Sunday night's mass shooting on a private charter boat in Little River. 10 people were shot, 3 of them still in the hospital tonight. ABC 15's Gianna Forbes joins us from Little River. So, Gianna, what a frightening turn of events it had to be for this man.
This man.
Yeah, Jen, Jeremy
blacks.
Evans says everything was going perfect Sunday night, and it was within a matter of 10 minutes that everything just came crashing down.
I've never been around a situation like that where it's just so many of my people laid out, literally pouring blood around me.
A ticket to ride on a party boat in Little River Sunday night, almost costing Jeremy Evans his...
Can we abolish the word literally, please? Especially involving crime. Every poor cops, they hear the word literally every 10 minutes. Literally. I heard a couple walking down the street in the Bronx today, and she was saying literally like... that she said that a few times, and then as we were crossing the street together, I heard her say to her friend, "What the literal
I think most of these people have never said figuratively.
Yeah. If you could say shot in the foot, that's a colloquialism. If Tiny was literally shot in the foot, you should add literally so people know it's not a colloquialism. If you shit your pants because you were scared, but no poo came out of your bum, then you didn't literally shit your pants.
His life. The Memorial Day weekend shooting happening on that docked boat holding 124 people.
Was that
Evans,
old Big John?
one of them.
It was an altercation
that
basically happened on the boat, I guess, with somebody bumping into somebody of that nature, some of that nature. And it was... The situation was not that major, but it literally sparked this whole thing.
Horry County Police sharing that the altercation led to the shooting, sending Evans and 9 others to the hospital.
Like, my foot was gushing blood because the bullet ended up hitting one of my main arteries. So literally, it was like spewing blood out. Like, I've never seen nothing like that with my own body.
A scene Evans says he could have never imagined, and it's one that replays in his head at night as he sits in his hospital bed.
I'm literally sitting in his hospital room, and every time my door opens, I'm jumping out the bed because it's like I just keep remembering, like, just seeing my friends laying there. And not knowing, like, if we were going to make it.
How fast a day can change.
He's trying to fake cry so he can get money.
He's still trying to grasp.
Like, I would never would have thought I would have been a victim of a mass shooting. Like, that stuff you see on TV.
Evans continues to recover from surgery to remove a bullet lodged in his ankle, and he continues to question just how much police are doing to catch the suspect.
Saying it's not a threat to the community is a big reach.
Evans says anyone who can shoot 10 people can still be a threat. His hope now is the same for everyone involved.
I'm just praying that law enforcement continues to...
That's enough. Literally, that's literally enough. Here is an interesting mass shooting that a guy in Dallas was talking about. I hadn't heard of this one either. Sounds pretty bad. By the way, the narrative for the previous mass shooting is that it doesn't count.
Why is that?
It's just ghetto culture.
Okay, yeah.
We only count Columbine.
There was all sorts of stuff like that over Memorial Day weekend. There was something in New Jersey on the boardwalk. There was something in Lake Tahoe.
It doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. None of them count. Yeah.
That's not real crime.
Yeah.
It's sort of like how there's no red light cameras in the South Bronx, but there's tons in Westchester. Yeah. White crime counts. Black crime doesn't count.
Yeah.
Survivors like Calvin Polachek shared their own experiences. In 2017, Polachek was in a school shooting in Dallas, Pennsylvania, where he lost his best friend, his brother, and 9 classmates.
A week later, I had to go back to that school, and that was the worst part. Because you had to walk past that spot where I saw my best friend, right, and pretend it was all normal. It was not normal. Folks, that's been 8 years, and I've been talking about this every single day since then for 8 years. 8 years of talking about this, and there's been nothing that's changed.
One problem, he's lying. I don't want to get sued for $3.5 billion, but there was no shooting in Dallas, Pennsylvania 8 years ago. I don't know if he's a troll, if he's mentally ill, he's a prankster. But the news liked that version because it was a white mass shooting, so they ran with it.
Hi, this is Anthony Cumia.
And hello, I am Gavin McInnes.
Together, we're Compound Censored.
And we'd like you to subscribe to our network that has more fantastic content you could shake a stick at. Use this promo code for a one-time super offer.
Do it. It's uncensored and oh so entertaining.
Which brings us to, and I'm sorry to take so long here with that, but we do long shows this week because of the Ant-Man. And we have a new topic that we should get a background for, Idiocracy. We're in a low IQ epidemic. We heard that guy try to articulate a shooting where he just didn't have command of the basic language. On Wednesday, we saw people say that rectangle is one of the top 3 countries in Africa.
And a top pop song too, rectangular.
Yep. Yellow is one of the greatest songs in the world, I think. And then the oldest language is, of course, Happy Birthday. So that's the kind of crisis we're in now. But Baby Monster sent in a thing that's way worse than both Darman and that Euro version where they'd step on a cactus in a box, which wouldn't hurt you at all. So try it at home, folks. Put a cactus in a box, in a sideways box, and then jump on it with shoes and pants on, and you will be fine. But this is called Tomorrow's Teachings. And this is fairly typical of border towns. What Karens do is they shoot Mexicans.
Tomorrow's Teachings.
Get on your knees.
The news will never report this.
Please.
The Fox News will never report this.
Time to die.
Who knew killing a kid could be so funny? That's a joke, by the way.
You're not coming into my country.
It's not like she almost kills them. She kills them.
Kills them with a sniper rifle at close range.
Yeah, blows their chest apart with a 30-06.
One Mexican down.
No, Alonso!
No, Alonso! Look at that skeleton.
Alonso, are you okay?
You're next, Mexican.
Dirty Mexican. Woohoo!
Good job. Woohoo! Get on my goalie mask.
Hey guys, Girl Power Border Patrol here. Just reporting in. I already got 2 Mexicans this morning. Hoping for more as the day goes on. Ammunition's getting expensive though. I need your support. Please donate. I'm hoping for that.
I'm sure she gets a lot of donations.
And that grenade launcher and maybe a bazooka. We gotta take these Mexicans
a bazooka.
out. Somebody's gotta do it. Mama Bear's here to take care of it for you. Peace. You're dead, you wetback Mexican. Dead meat.
So this goes on for how long?
7 minutes, almost
7 minutes. And these all have millions of views.
Wow.
I'm tired.
Oh, this is the pre-story.
And I'm hungry.
When was there, sweetie?
So there's one. Here's a Karen teacher who can't decide between her students, which actually does happen, or calling the minorities in her class the N-word. That happens.
On Tomorrow's Teachings.
You're a minority.
It's the same
They
woman.
don't like your kind
Correct.
at those schools. Why don't you just stick to selling dope on the streets? You know.
By the way, stop.
I can show you.
We don't like your kind at these schools. Fancy schools worship the few blacks that either can afford to go to a private school or can afford to live in a nice area that isn't an all-white school. They put them in the window. Go ahead.
A good time.
At least they're not shooting. Look at this acting. This guy's
Mr.
brutal.
T.
How's the new school treating you?
I love it. I mean, everybody's great, and plus, I'm making new friends.
I'm glad to hear that. You're a very bright student, and I see a good future in you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Have you started your college applications yet?
Not yet, but I was actually heading down to the counselor's office to talk to her about it, so.
I'm glad you're reaching out for help. College applications can be intimidating, but don't let that fool you. With your GPA, you'll probably get a big scholarship to a top prestigious school.
I mean, what are we watching? It's caveman levels. And who told them that it was really important to emote with your hands? Zoom out. This will have 9 billion views. What's it got?
594K.
Oh, is that all? That's a flop. Yeah. Tomorrow's Teachings has a few flops.
So if you enjoyed that clip,
then subscribe to Compound Censored using this promo code.